Oh, I got this thing a while ago, but I haven't had time to do a video of it. But do one now, I guess. Yeah, it's a speed testing device for electric motors and whatnot. There's some directions for use. I'll show that closer later. But yeah, it's an interesting little device. So you set what speed you want to go to. So if it's 200 RPM, 2000 or 20,000, there's the lock for the pin. So if I unlock that and spin this, it gives me a reading. Either way, if I spin it either way, it gives me a reading. So I'm doing around 40 RPM at the moment. Because it's on 200, so it's 200. It comes with these adapters that go on there, and you can put that on a motor shaft. So the shaft goes in there and you can test its speed. Or you've got this adapter that goes into the threaded hole of the shaft on certain motors with the centre bolt. So you push that in and that shows you the speed. It's also got a adapter so you can, if the motor's a long way in or out of reach, you can put that on the top like so, and then put a little phone on the end, and they'll give you a reading. And it also has this wheel here, which according to this it's a footage or metric, one of the two. You put that on the top, and then you run it along a conveyor belt or something, and it gives you a reading. And then you do a little bit of maths, it says here, shows you what to calculate. You can work out how fast something's travelling, like how many feet a minute or meters a minute. So think of this as a conveyor belt. Yeah, hold that there, the conveyor belt moves, and it gives you a reading. And you can also lock it and save your reading. So yeah, so there's a random little video of this little device. It's adjustable for 0. Yeah. So you should always lock it at 0. Cool. Hopefully that was enough explanation. Yeah. Also got a couple of old gauges at the same time as I got that little meter. A nice big PSI gauge, 0 to 15. An amp gauge, 0 to 500 amps AC. Another pressure gauge. Pressure gauge. They're all for water. Pressure gauge. And a temperature gauge that clips onto a pipe. Oh, I got that gauge too at the same time. I use it here in the pie cooler and the condensate tray, because when it's really hot I put water in there that comes out of there, keep it cool. But that's just so I can see what temperature it's running at. Get a close up on that for you. Yeah, there we go. It's a pressure temperature gauge. That's what the pie cooler's discharge temperature is at the moment. That's how it works, just screws into a pipe. But yeah, I just sit it there and it does the reading for me as it rolls away. Yeah. If you're wondering what this is all about, it's just a pie cooler I use if it's lower than 26 degrees outside, so the big aircon's too much. So this thing's just perfect. But if it's having a little trouble, I put water in there. It runs down to here and goes into that tray. The compressor discharges through that first before it goes to the condenser. And that way it cools down the gas, the condenser's not as hot, and the pressure's dropped. It's running a lot cooler now. And that way you get more cold, and the compressor doesn't have to work as hard. It's all happy, it's all sweated up here and everything's cold. Yeah. It's about 26 degrees out here at the moment. It's doing well.